Any other question? I won't say. Sorry. Bismillah.
Today I was following online with their election, and they chose their pope, and I was very frustrated and angry when I was watching it because they have this, whatever it is, they have this tradition left. Our tradition is much more beautiful and much more noble, but it's been taken away from us. And just all day today before the zikr was making me very, I don't know the right word, but we have much better than that, but it was just our thing is stolen from us. And even this weird version that they have, the whole world is attracted to it, that they're looking at it.
And?
I don't know. It's just...
Oh, no. I mean, everybody loves a good show. There are people within even that tradition that they oppose to certain things that's happening there. Why do you think Reformation happened? Because they say, is this necessary, really? Why are you dressing up so much? Because any sultan is different. Even the sultan doesn't dress up like that. But if you are looking to something that is spiritual, then it's different. But everybody loves a good show, and especially now. We see now, we're bearing witness to more things. You're supposed to think, watch and think. Don't just consume, think, understand, taste. Some of the traditions everywhere, you see there is no difference between, now we understand the feelings of certain people that say this is certain of their traditions. This is pagan. What's the difference between this and this? It's completely pagan. But we say, no, our fathers have always been doing this, our grandfathers have always been doing this. It's tradition we have to keep, but why? Then it becomes jahiliyyah. Because spirituality is always asking questions. It's asking questions. You question the dogma, you question the doctrine, you question your shahadat. Yes, it is shahadat, but you question your shahadat. You question your Islam, you question your iman. You question because on the day of judgment, that's what you are going to face, questions. So you have to question. You question your namaz, you question your intentions, you question your actions. But that is inside of spirituality. Outside of that, when it becomes law, then there is more of a question, less of a question, and more of just trying to, make something more and more concrete. Chef, a long time ago, I remember on 39th Street, he said, when they make something into law, into something that is concrete, it's showing that the power is going. When the power is there, it is always alive. So, but watch, because certain things are happening inside of our traditions in 1400 years, inside of our histories, and that is also showing that. So, we have to take lesson, inshallah. You cannot really steal from the generous. The one who is generous, the one who is aware, you cannot really steal. You're doing evil to your own soul, but the generous one is just going to laugh at you. Really? Take it. And so, it's not that they have stolen so much from us also. It's because of betrayal of ourselves that has allowed that to happen. Whether it's a betrayal outwardly or betrayal that leaders are not looking with the nur of Allah. They cannot protect. Many instances that are like that. And see the biggest blossoming of Islam in the reign of the Ottomans, everywhere. And it took us from the Middle Ages up till the modern times. So it's a big chunk of time in the history of mankind where so many things are happening. And it is at that time, and they held their own. Without that, everything will become backward. And we see expressions of that here and there. Yeah. Allah is promising us good news. So He doesn't break His promise, so we sit and we wait. We're going through our dark ages. This is our very dark ages. And this is something that we have known. This is something that the Prophet had spoken about. This is something that he told us to prepare. So those who are prepared say, okay, now we need to prepare. We need to just hunker down and wait and bear witness. We are not going to be surprised. But the believer always looks forward. He understands what is happening. He understood what had happened before. But he moves forward with the eye, meaning that there is a direction and there is a vision. There is a compass. He is not just sitting and saying, simple life, and going everywhere where the wind is taking him. No, it's not. Because he sees with the nur of Allah, and everything that the divine has created or has allowed to exist, there is a purpose. There is always a purpose. So, many are not understanding the purpose of Islam. Muslims are not understanding the purpose. In fact, there are non-Muslims who understand the purpose of Islam more. There's still a threat. Muslims are not understanding the purpose. And the leaders are not waking up the people. They don't want to. And if they do use Islam, then it has become the Islam of, the religion that 50 years ago, 100 years ago, the West has said religion is just a drug for the people. The state is just using the religion there. Instead of waking up, they put more into it. You see? So we have great institutions in our history, that those institutions wake people up. Whether it's spiritual, or academic, or political, it wakes people up. Because you know you have a direction, and you know your objectives, and you know the enemies inside and out. And it is not for the dunya. Once it becomes for dunya, then you have to go with the system of the dunya. Then you say, then we cannot use this, we cannot use this, we cannot use this. Even if you believe in it, you say, no, we cannot use because we want the dunya. In order to become second world, we have to be like this. In order to become first world country, we have to be like this. We may believe, but we have to sell this in order to become like this. Allah protect us, inshallah. These are the days, as the Prophet ﷺ had said, that our Shaykh has said so many times, make your life, make your Islam simple in the last days. Run to the mountains. Practice what you believe. Prepare yourself for the appearances of Mahdi alayhi salam. It's exactly what we are doing here. Don't trust in the system so much. Don't go running around trying to, be simple. And this with direction, anything has taste. Without direction, you can take over the whole world, you can take over the whole planets and the moon that they are planning. No direction, curse coming, no use. Allah protect us, inshallah. Allah raise the station aside and safe. Fatiha. These are holy times, but who cares? Who cares for holy times, holy days, holy months? Muslims, 53 countries, 53, not one, 53 countries. Who cares? These are holy months, the months where fighting is forbidden. Who cares? 1400 years ago, they cared. We cared. We didn't need 53. We only had one, and that was in Ummah. That was in Ummah. So, we should care. As believers, as murids, we should care. Disengage yourself from that system, from all the chatter, from all the this, that, no. For that kind of a thing, you pull yourself back to understand also that what is our obligation for this month of Zulqa'dah? What is our obligation as believers? Obligation in the month of Zulhijjah. What is the obligation for murids in the month of Muharram, Safar? Continuing, holy days, holy months coming again. That out of everything that is happening, there is still that divine time, divine months that is happening, and we must still catch those. Understanding what is happening, but we are not losing control, and we must catch the obligations that is given to us. Zulqa'dah, prepare. For Zulhijjah, prepare for the Hajj. These are the months also that in the old days they go into seclusion. Meaning what? Go inside and clean inside. The sunnat of cleaning ourselves outside for holy days and nights, cleaning your house, preparing nice clothes, that is to wake people up to say, hey, if you can do outside, you must do inside too. Don't just concentrate on the outside. Muslims going crazy. For Eid, they will have, I saw this crazy woman. You say, for Eid, I'm going to have 30 dresses. You know, some places, some Muslim countries, they celebrate Eid 30 days. Not 3 days, 30 days. Not 1 day, 30 days. A whole month they celebrate. Because they say, we fast for 30 days, so we must celebrate for 30 days. It's a good tradition if it is about visiting each other, helping each other, Silatul Rahim and everything. But when it is, when people with power, they don't care, then all these things become corrupt too. It can become, any practice can become corrupt. So they say, this woman saying, not only her, so many. There's 30 days, I must have 30 Eid dresses. Every day I must wear something that is new. Where they take this from? Kafirs. They're looking, they're wearing nice dresses, they are running away on the runway, they're looking at us, so we must be like that. So there is this kafir envy that is happening. This is what the Prophet ﷺ says in the Akhir Zaman. My nation is going to follow the Jews and the Christians step by step. Even if they enter into a hole of an animal in the ground, my nation will enter. Who speaks about that? That's why tariqats are lost. So easy, everyone speaking philosophy, this and that. Oh, the Sufi is the child of the time. Do you know what is a time? Everyone speaking about Tai Zaman, Tai Mekan. Do you know what Zaman you're living in? Do you know what Mekan you're living in? If you know, half the problem is already solved because you must know where and you must know when and you will know how to do. You will know how to do. Because every prophet is also sent for that specific time. And so many times for only that specific place. It's not for a general thing. It's not a general, it's specific. And the Prophet ﷺ for the Nabi of the Akhir Zaman, he is for the Akhir Zaman until Judgment Day. Very specific. That means it's still continuing. Mission must still continue. So we're speaking. Now this is when you have to connect the time, the place with religion, with spirituality, as the Prophet ﷺ did. He could have just brought Islam without time, without place, something that is ageless, timeless, and just talk about high philosophy from a cave. He did not. Time that it was there, time that things had to change. This system, this world, mirroring that has to change also. Preparing ourselves now for the Hajj. going into the seclusion. You cannot go into seclusion. Make the intention to go to seclusion. Every asr, make the intention to say, Nawaitu arba'in, Nawaitu uzla, Nawaitu halwa, Nawaitu riyada, Nawaitu suluk. Make intention. Sit 10, 15 minutes, half hour, 1 hour, doesn't matter. Say, now this is my seclusion. Sit, do some zikr, do some tafakkur. Prepare as if you are going to the Hajj. Why not? Huh? Prepare for those days. Understand what it is. They are preparing. Everyone is preparing, yani, for Eid. But the preparation of a kafir is different. The preparation of a munafiq is different. The preparation of a person with iman is different. They must look different too. And prepare ourselves, inshallah, for that day of sacrifice, for that Hajj. Prepare and understand. Take some time to think, to make tafakkur. Tafakkur is important. Everything, all the sohbat is tafakkur. Why is it important? You can just make zikr. You can just make zikr. Don't talk about this. Just talk about dreams. No, this is tafakkur. Because tafakkur, 1 hour of tafakkur, 1 hour of meditation, it is better than 70 years of worship. And it connects yourself to the time. It connects yourself to the place. And then you will be effective. We have the Hajj, we have the New Year, and we have Ashura. So take that, inshallah, and run with it. This is what we're trying to remind ourselves. We must remind our children this. Otherwise, it's just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Frick Day, Woden's Day. That's what we're going to do. January, February, September. October is supposed to be 8, it's 10. December is supposed to be 10, it's 12. Their time, their zaman, we have drowned into. That is our identity. Their zaman, not the time, not the divine time, not the divine calendar. That's why you're going to be out of sorts. Your compass not working. You have a compass, you need to go somewhere. Compass not working, you don't care where you go, you just want to float. It's okay, float in the ocean. In the ocean of Jahiliyyah, in the ocean of Akhir Zaman, float. You're not going to float too long anyway, you're going to drown. And the water of Jahiliyyah, it is a fire. It is not water, it is a fire. Because the Prophet ﷺ made a dua saying, Ya Rabbi, do not punish my nation as you had punished the nation of Nuh ﷺ by the flood of water. Allah saying, my beloved, because you ask, I will not punish your nation. But they, as Shaykh, and they open up that a little bit more, they're saying, but they are going to invent weapons. They are going to invent weapons that they are going to drown each other in floods of fire. Where are the leaders to wake people up? Oh, there are no leaders. You don't want to wake us up. You want us to sleep so we can be part of that system. Ramadan is supposed to wake us up. Now Ramadan has become part of that system. What is that system? Eating and drinking. It's become like Christmas. So we should watch, we should think, we should try to understand, we try to pull away, even in our hearts. May Allah forgive me, inshallah. May Allah raise the station of Sultan al-Awliya. May Allah raise the station of our grand sheikhs. May the himmat always be on us. May Allah raise the station of Sahib al-Saif, inshallah. May his feet always be on our necks. Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum.